by Hudson Lange. I hope I got that name pronunciation right, from my group Inspire at Random. So I have this community. It's on the skool.com platform, skool.com/inspire at random. Go check it out if you're interested in manifestation. So Hudson had a question, all right? And his question is a question that I used to ask and I used to wonder for myself not too long ago. And therefore, when he asked this question, I figured that I really wanted to share this video, and it's very appropriate timing as well. Like he says, I've manifested many things. I've made many things happen, just not my main goal. I wonder what's going wrong. So I asked him what is his main goal. By the way, I want to acknowledge Hudson because for 16 years old, you're already shooting for $2,000 a month when many kids are still spending parents' money and doing like dumb stuff. I think that's very commendable. There's a lot of foresight. So I really respect that you have this goal at 16 years old, trying to hit 2,000. All right. So I look forward to hearing your response inside of my group community. Just continue your thread inside of skool.com/inspire at random. I look forward to hearing your response. Like, I want to hear about what other things you've been able to successfully manifest into your life. But in the meantime, about this topic, like being able to manifest various stuff, just not your main goal. And in this case, I'm getting that your goal is a financial goal. I personally have a very similar experience as you, because I have been training on various manifestation techniques, going through different manifestation programs over the last coming to like I think it's past 18 months, probably getting closer to 2 years already. And um, not too long ago, when I used to wonder if I could manifest so many things, why not my income goals? Not too long after that, I started manifesting like, big checks coming in and sudden finance, sudden prosperity, all right, from various sources. Could be, a maturity of insurance thing and I'm getting back paid. Could be like FTC, could be a program that I previously bought. FTC was able to and I long forgot about, and FTC, they successfully, they got the company to compensate and I get money showing up in my PayPal. All right, it's like, ridiculous. And at the same time, out of nowhere, I have amounts of like five-figure amounts, four-figure amounts coming in, into my, like my bank account and also into my crypto account. And these were work project incomes that were owed to me for a very long period of time. These were so-called money that I thought was never going to happen, right? So once I started getting these, various income flows coming in, and at the same time, my internal image started to tweak for the better, and my outer reality began to shift. So in my own case, I used to have this problem manifesting money. I used to have this problem manifesting, the so-called dream life, and the happiness and the abundance that I wanted. But shortly after, because I always asked, I always wondered, I gone from flap to fit. I have been able to do so many like recreation related stuff, but why couldn't I just get the money to come in? But it was not long after that point that the money started coming in different directions, and within the short span of time, all right, when I look back, I had like three job promotions within the last like 14 months, right? And and so my position got increased, my commission ratios got increased as well. So what I want to share, like again, for those of you who are just tuning into this live, I'm actually responding to someone whose question was, I was able to manifest all these different things, but just not my main goal. So this used to be me, and hey, hi, those people who are just tuning in. Uh, Unfortunately, I cannot read Thai. I I can speak Thai quite well, but I don't actually read, unfortunately. So สวัสดีครับอยากจะบอกว่าพูดไทยได้แค่เอ่อเรื่องอ่านก็จะไม่ได้เรื่องครับอย่างไม่ได้เลยครับก็เผื่ออนาคตมีเวลามากกว่านี้ครับเดี๋ยวผมจะไปเรียนนะครับ so okay, that's my short little introduction for some people in the live chat. They're typing some hellos in Thai. ขอบคุณที่เข้ามาดูนะครับก็ channel นี้จะคุยเกี่ยวกับ manifest นะครับแล้วก็มีคนหนึ่งในสมาชิกของผมนะครับ inspire at random เพราะว่ามีกลุ่มในลิงก์นะครับคือเขาถามทำไมถึงได้สามารถเอาหลายๆเรื่องเข้ามาในชีวิตนะครับยกเว้นเงินนะครับก็อันนี้จะเป็นท็อปิกที่ผมจะพูดถึงนะครับ um, well, I don't really know whether to make this video in like English or Thai because suddenly I'm getting a flood of Thai comments over here, which is great. So I hope you can understand English as well because I'm going to be posting this in my group. To get to the main point, all right, Hudson or anyone else with this problem, if you have been able to manifest other things, all right, I want to tell you that your main goal is already happening as we speak. Your main goal is you are actually is it is being built into this reality. It is coming from the surroundings is coming from we are surrounded by particles, right? Everywhere around us is particles. Everywhere around us is the so-called the metaphysical world, all right? And everything begins with a thought, and thought is energy, and all this energy can materialize the atoms that form our body. Okay, like what we see, this is our hand, right? But if we do put a camera at our hand, what we really see is that our hand is not actually staying still, it's actually shifting. And if we were to show our hand at an even closer rate, it's going to be vibrating. And sometimes, have you ever seen a video of like there's these like on Instagram or TikTok, they're like a slapping competition. The guy gets slapped, right? And then when the guy gets slapped, you see his face literally becomes like vaporizes for a moment. And I want to tell you this because we are actually bringing things into our reality. So what happened for me can happen for you. I used to think that I can manifest so many other things. Why not money? But later on, I began to feel that if I could manifest, my fitness, if I could manifest a superior fitness, likewise, in the same way that I manifested this and everything else that I manifested, so can I also manifest money. So can it also be easy. Alright อยากจะบอกว่าใครๆอยากจะ manifest อะไรบางอย่างแล้วรู้สึกว่าเครียดทำไมถึงแบบบางอย่างเหมือนเข้ามาในชีวิตง่ายแต่บางเรื่องก็ทำยังไงก็ได้ก็เหมือนไม่ถึงจุดหมายสักทีนะครับก็อยากจะเริ่มแบบเล็กนะครับเดี๋ยวเคยขยับขึ้นนะครับeverything starts in baby steps. Once you get something going, it adds on. All right. So do I have any English audience on this video right now? If so, just type in the comments down below. But I'm seeing like I have a few people who are commenting in Thai. So if you're interested in manifestation, I'll just switch in and out of Thai and English for a moment. สมมุติเราเริ่มต้นจากเป้าหมายที่เล็กนะครับแล้วพอเราทำได้เราจะมีแบบ confidence ที่สามารถไปไกลกว่านนั้นนะครับเพราะว่าเรามองถึงจุดหมายนี้แล้วนะครับเราจะรู้สึกว่ามันถึงขนาดนี้มันโอเคนะครับไม่ได้ทำให้เราเดือดร้อนไม่ได้ทำให้เราเครียดพอถึงจุดนี้ได้แล้วก็ขยับขึ้นไปอีกนะครับเคยขึ้นไปอีกนะครับ so what I'm saying here is that progress and manifestation is like a ladder. All right, we start something small and we manifest the easy goals. It could be getting a parking lot. I'm very good at parking lots these days. I never fail to get a space to park the car. All right, and once I can manifest parking lots so easy, then I realized the next thing I could manifest ideal weather as well. I have been exercising at 11 a.m., 12 noon. All right, and for whatever reason, it could be hot sun. But once I get to the basketball court, it's get cloudy, and there's not hot sun anymore, and it's a breeze. All right, and even in work, I want to share with you a very interesting experience. This whole week, all right, I have been getting prompts, and comment beneath this video if you have experienced this as well. Prompts, right? Promptings from, like, there's a voice in your head that keeps telling you, your intuition, it keeps telling you, no kidding, you're gonna get you're gonna get money this week. You're gonna get paid this week. Um, it's a five-figure sum, and it's not the low five-figure sum. It is a high five-figure sum. So I was like, this kept repeating in my head multiple times, and it's not delusion. It was only last night and today that I knew what this was. I was working on, there was this, I mean I've been working on various paperwork, but the last few days I've been like spammed with phone calls. Like even my daughter is asking me, why is your phone like ringing nonstop till like 11:30 at night, right? So um, I've been doing like paperworks and being on Zoom calls and all that. I was trying to tie down some details. And then I finally heard, like my boss said, okay, you know what, this is the plan behind the plan. And I was like, that's not right, because I mean, I, I was asking my intuition, like, this goal that I've been having is way bigger than this. Of course, I won't decline receiving money. I'm open and I'm open and ready to receiving wealth in all forms from all ways, right? But like, okay, a high five-figure sum sounds nice, but I was really looking for a much larger sum than this. And my inner voice has been saying, all right, this is coming, that is also coming. And today, when my boss reviewed to me the plan and the plan behind the plan, and I finally got it, I was like, okay, I get it. So this is exactly what that was about. And it's interesting. Um, it's kind of like, for those of you who play sports, I love using sports examples because I think in sports it is a great, um, you know, like think about moving our hands, right? When you move our hands, how difficult it is to try to comprehend what exactly goes on uh, in the biochemistry of the body to make the fingers move. And it's even more difficult to comprehend, like, what is the exact commands the body needs to do in order to shoot a basketball in a certain way such that it lands in the hoop. What kind of, commands do you need to send to the body? What's going on inside of your body exactly when a world-class soccer player, a striker, all right, curves the ball and scores a goal? Have you ever thought about that? All right. So, um, all this is actually a reminder of how great you are. The fact that we can walk, the fact that we can run, the fact that we can play various sports, the fact that we can drive cars, for those of you who are adults and have cars and drive, the way that we can, do things at will. And when we play sports, even when we use things like rackets or hockey sticks, or when we drive a car, we're able to do so as though it is an extension of our body. Isn't that amazing if you think about that? And if you were creating your life as though the life is an extension of your body, how would that be like? It's pretty interesting to think, right? So comment beneath this video if you know exactly what I'm talking about. And how many of you, okay, like right now, I see people watching my video. I'd like to know what is your main language? Are you speaking, is English or Thai? Could you just type English for English or Thai for Thai so that I know exactly what, how to direct my conversation? So I speak three languages: English, Chinese, there's Mandarin, Chinese, and Thai. And yeah, I'm more than happy to talk about manifestation and these various topics. But anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up this video. So coming back to Hudson and his question, like I've been able to create all these things in life. I just keep working on it, and listen a lot to your inner voice. All right. And I've been speaking about affirmations in my recent YouTube videos. I encourage you to watch them as well. And changing your frequency. I think that the aftermath of doing a lot of affirmation work, a lot of sleep affirmations as well. What is sleep affirmations? Is like, for me, every night when I sleep, I literally play an affirmations track nonstop. And what I find that happens the next day is that when I wake up, if I have a situation where I'm being asked a question, or let's say, it could even be when I'm going through a self improvement lesson and there is a workbook. It's like, what do you think about certain aspect of myself? And I find myself answering directly from some of the statements that are in the affirmation tracks that I play during my sleep. So, what this means to say is that we are rewriting our consciousness. And if everything is because of consciousness, if your failure is because of consciousness of the bad things in life, and the good things that happen to you is because of the consciousness of the good things that are around you and available, and if your dreams, all right, and such as your dream car, your dream house, your dream job, your dream income, are all about what is consciousness, all right, then you can reprogram your consciousness to attract the results that you want. A passing thought that I had today is that we sometimes think that if we are born in a lower social class, if we're born in a lower status family, how are we going to have the fortunes and opportunities that other people have? Then again, if you go through the stories of all the people who have gone from broke to rich, right? They didn't go to the best schools. They didn't grow up in the best neighborhoods. However, there is one thing that led them to their current success. You may have heard something of threats of fate, right? You heard this in the cartoons, Japanese cartoons, threats of fate. Um, your threats of fate can bind you with people, and I like to call it affinity. When you meet a person, or when you go to a group setting, there will always be people that resonate with you and you resonate with them, right? Oh, I love the way you speak. I love the things that you talk about. I think we share similar interests. And then it's interesting because maybe your friend wanted to introduce you to certain people, but instead, out of that group of people, there was someone else that you just clicked right away. And that's because you share and you resonate. There's a resonance, there's an affinity. And while this person may not have the answers that you need, but sometimes just based on the energy that we portray, the values that we embody, right? And you're like, you must meet this friend of mine. And then that person goes like, you must meet this friend of mine. And that's how suddenly, even if you had no connections, you had, like, even if you were broke, but just had a great mind, just by embodying the success, the focus, the determination, the persistence that is becoming of the person that you want to be, that would actually attract like magic the people that you need in your life to make these things happen. People hang out with the same kind. And it is when you have yourself, when you project signals, all right, there is a part of our brain, uh, it is the pineal gland. It has crystal structures inside of it, actually crystals. They're capable of transmitting electromagnetic frequencies and proceeding them and also receiving them as well. There are studies on this that NASA, the U.S. National Security, they have declassified, and so-called telekinesis is not even fake. It is not even just a fantasy. it's for real. They actually used, way before the internet age, telekinesis to find out where hostages were being kept. They used like so-called psychic spies. And if all that is true, how about let's just believe and accept that you have something very powerful inside of your mind. And inside of you right now already exists the version of you that, you know, you have been wishing comes into your life. So before we bring this to a close, I would like you to perhaps close your eyes for a moment and imagine an improved, better version of you. What would that person be like? What would this improved version of you be like? Only you will know best. So in front of you is an improved version of yourself. Better in every way. Better in charisma, better in appearance, better in fitness, better in health. Projects a wonderful energy. Now, I would like you to imagine yourself stepping into this better version of yourself. See how it feels like, and see and observe what it is like to be inside of this better version of yourself. Just look around in your mind's eye, what it looks like, feels like. Look down at your limbs. How much energy do you feel to be this better version of yourself? And now, if you are already inside of this better version of yourself, imagine in front of you lies an even better version of yourself. Even more improved, even more charismatic, even more intelligent, even more wise, even more handsome or pretty, even more capable. Notice how this even better of your person looks like from the outside. Now, I want to have you imagine that you're stepping into that even better person of yourself. Once again, notice what it feels like into be this new body. How great it feels like, how much more energy you have now. What kind of sensations do you have? What does the world outside of you look like? All right? And after this is done, let's imagine yourself going to an even more. In front of you is an even more evolved version of yourself. This is the best self, at least for now. Once again, so all this that we just, this little exercise that we just did, all right, do this often and embody those feels into your life. This really works. You can even try this starting from today, whether it is when you're playing sports, even or if you're driving, or actually no, let me take that back. I don't wanna I don't wanna I don't want to warrant like reckless behavior. Um, but let's say you're playing sports. Like for me, I love playing table tennis. That's my favorite sport at the moment. And as I'm playing, like although I don't know certain players very well, but it's like I'm thinking that, let's say if I'm on a point with a difficult opponent, I was like, okay, I if I am Ma Long right now, how would I play this point? What kind of posture would I adopt? What kind of techniques, what kind of adaptiveness would I have? And it's interesting just by thinking and projecting yourself into someone that you can summon at that moment, right? Some of you find it could be easy to imagine an improved version of yourself. Some of you can find it imagining a person that you really respect, and that would be your channel to going there. So I know I've taken you on like various topics. I'm basically just talking without script or anything. And coming back to this topic, like if you've been able to manifest many things in your life, but just not your main goal, right? Like, who inspires you? Then, when you think about this main goal, there must have been something that wanted you to think of that in the first place. Could be, could be a YouTuber, could be an influencer somewhere, could be someone you read about. Why not read more about these people? And as you read about them, take notes, and write down some inspired actions for today. And when you look at these inspired actions that you've written down for today, look down your list, and all of these items, some of them may involve taking a bit of a risk. And we know that all successful people take risk. All successful sports people have a riskier way of play than someone who's less successful. And for them, it's not even a risk. I want to give an example. Let's say in table tennis, aiming for the corners of the table. This for some people can be very risky because for a more amateur player, they may think that you want to aim for the middle of the table because it's a much bigger target, and there's much more room for error. But the successful people do not think that way. The people that are like, okay, I'm just gonna hit hitting to the corner. I mean, like so, no big deal. All right. Um, get used to this, and like for people outside of yourself, sometimes they may think that this is totally reckless, but for the person doing it, it's not. So everything is very, very relative, and I just wanted to give you these ideas that at the end of the day, this is your life. Um, a better version of yourself exists, and you have a lot of the answers already inside of your head. Just that maybe you did not know that all these ideas and whisperings, just like I told you the whole week, I was having whisperings about a certain income that is coming in. And just hold on to that thought, it will make sense. And God put that into your brain, not into someone's brain. So if you keep asking everyone else, I've been getting this idea a lot. I've been thinking about this a lot. Oh, you're crazy. You're just get real. Get on with your life. Get on with your job. No, God specifically puts certain messages into your brain. You and you alone. You are unique. You are special. God has His own plan for you. The universe has His own plan for you. And just take hold of your life and become the best person. Become your best self. Right? Have a great weekend. Have a great Halloween weekend if you're still celebrating it. And for all my Indian subscribers out there, wish you a happy Deepavali or Diwali, depending on what you call it. And for those people who are from Thailand who are still tuning in right now, Sawadee Kap, Chok Di Nakap, bye bye.